This is my operation. I have the authority to go into anywhere without telling anybody.
For years, Sheriff Joe Arpaio has expressed his contempt for federal authorities who he says have tried to stop him from enforcing the law. And now the sheriff could be held in contempt of court. District Judge Murray Snow is concerned the sheriff's office is not complying with orders stemming from a racial profiling case. Fields, what's going on here?
Well, Heather, as you know, for months, Judge Snow has threatened to hold Arpaio in contempt. On Thursday, he made that threat more real by setting one final deadline before setting a trial. The judge believes the sheriff's office failed to disclose evidence related to the racial profiling case. He's also concerned about some of Sheriff Arpaio's public statements about private statements made by MCSO commanders that make it seem as if they are not taking the court order seriously. Our Jason Valentine has a few examples.
October 2013, Maricopa County Sheriff's deputies conduct a crime sweep in the West Valley, the first with federal monitors watching.
New age paddy wagon with plenty of room.
Publicly, the sheriff's office was complying with the judge's orders, but behind the scenes, court documents allege top MCSO brass were mocking them. Deputy Chief Jerry Sheridan, talking to deputies before the sweep, is quoted as saying, "The judge put the same constraints on us that a federal judge did with the City of New Orleans Police Department, and their police officers were murdering people." That tells you how ludicrous this crap is.
I'm going to be very careful with how I use that authority.
That was Sheridan in 2011, shortly after assuming the chief deputy role, but his use of authority is now being questioned. In an October 18th training session, he labeled as absurd Judge Murray Snow's order that said, quote, "Deputies are required to record their perception of the race and ethnicity of all vehicle occupants before and after every stop they make." Another example of why the judge had, quote, "grave concerns the sheriff's office was not following his orders."
No comment.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio didn't want to comment on allegations of contempt after a court hearing in December or tonight when we asked. But this is what the sheriff's attorney had to say this past month.
I can guarantee you that there's no conspiracy to conceal something.
Federal prosecutor Cecilia Wang believes the record shows Sheriff Arpaio has been in contempt of court.
You cannot have a defendant in a federal civil rights case openly thumbing his nose time and again at a federal court and get away with it.
Now there could be a courtroom trial with the Maricopa County Sheriff in the role of defendant. In Phoenix, I'm Jason Valentine, 3 TV.